Good morning, all. I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you need to step up and walk away during any part of this, that's fine. I'm going to go over the changes a couple of different times. So don't feel like you'll miss anything if you have to step away for a little bit. This should only take about 10 minutes to really demonstrate the changes, but I'll go over it probably for 30 minutes total and just do a couple of examples. Um, so eVA on Tuesday let us know that there was a change that was being put into place for Punchout catalogs that would allow users to submit their Punchout catalog cart, and once submitted, until the requisition was submitted for approval, it allows you to actually go back into the Punchout catalog if you need to add any new items, or if you're waiting for someone in your department to tell you whether they need something from TSRC as well, for example. It gives you some options to come back to the cart as needed to get those additional items, again, until the requisition is submitted. Which is very nice, but it does affect how all Punchout catalog orders work now. So we'll just jump right into one. We're gonna go into eVA and under shop at the top, we're gonna click search products. And then we'll just look at TSRC because I think that's a pretty common vendor for all of us. So we're gonna open the Punchout catalog, and we are going to add in a couple of items. Add this, add this, and we'll add a third item. So the change in eVA is from that submit cart screen. You'll notice when I submitted my cart in TSRC, instead of popping us into a requisition like Punchout catalogs normally do, it just returned us to the list of Punchout catalogs that we have here. So it works the same for all catalogs now, Dell, RGH, Fisher Scientific. If you're submitting your cart, instead of taking you directly into a requisition screen, it's going to take you back to this search products screen. So once you're back here, to actually view the items that you selected, you need to click on the shopping cart button. And then for you, it should probably normally be the only shopping cart available. I've done this example a couple of times for the last couple of sessions we've had. So I have a couple of different shopping carts, but we're going to open up this most recent shopping cart. And then we'll see we have the 3 items that we added from TSRC here. And if we were ready to submit the order, we'd click checkout. And this will push us into the requisition like we normally have after Punchout catalog orders. So that's the only change that eVA made. So when you're submitting from the Punchout catalog, submitting your cart from the Punchout catalog, it's going to take you back into a different screen, and then we actually have to click checkout one more time to get this requisition open. I'll show you the intended changes for this because they are very nice. So we have our cart here from TSRC. If Dana in my office told me that we needed to actually get a notebook for her, I could open up the TSRC catalog again. And we can add in a notebook for her and click submit cart. And now when it takes us back to our Punchout screen, we can open up our cart and we can see we have the 3 pins that we previously added, and then we have the notebook that Dana also wanted. So it does allow you to go back into the cart. If you're buying office supplies for your department, you can add things as people let you know what they need and just keep the cart open until you're ready to submit it. You can have this cart active. So let's name this TSRC so that we remember what it is. So I just clicked at the top of this cart, I clicked this little pencil button so I can see that it's our TSRC order from July 26th. If I wanted to look at another Punchout vendor in the meantime, I can switch the cart that I'm in. So instead of being in this TSRC one, I'm just going to click new purchase requisition. If I wanted to go look at Dell while I was waiting for everyone to send me their TSRC stuff, the Dell catalog, then I can open up Dell, we'll add a couple of computers, and then we'll go back and see that the TSRC cart is actually going to still be there and active for us. Dell's catalog takes a little bit longer to click through, so we'll wait for this to load. So again, this is the change. We're submitting the order requisition. Instead of taking us directly into that requisition screen where we normally are filling out data, it pops us back to this Punchout catalog screen. So I'll open up the shopping cart and then I'll select the most recent one. And once again, it'll show the Dell computers that we just added. At the same time, if we were ready to submit the TSRC Punchout catalog order, we could open up that shopping cart and click this checkout button. And let's just fill this out so we can see what happens once we submit the order. So submitting our TSRC order, we'll add our allocations. So once you submit a part from a Punchout catalog, it's actually going to remove the option to select this cart when we are in this shop search products screen. So we'll open up the cart section here and we'll see that we have yesterday's TSRC order, but the TSRC order that we just made has disappeared. So now we just have the Dell order. And again, as soon as you click checkout and actually fill out all of the information for your order and click submit for approval, it removes that shopping cart option from your list of carts. If we have it submitted, but it hasn't yet been approved for some reason, so if procurement's taking forever to approve it, I get a joke about that because I am in procurement. We can withdraw it. And as soon as we withdraw it, then it's here in the shop screen again to select as a cart. So see, here's our TSRC order. If we want to go back in there, we could go back into the TSRC catalog and get what we needed. One important thing to note for this process is if I was in my TSRC cart but went into the Dell Punchout catalog, it's going to add all of the Dell items to my TSRC order. So that's definitely a scenario that we know that's going to happen, unfortunately, just because we slip up. But really, if you're wanting to look at a new Punchout vendor, we need to select the new purchase requisition and make sure we're not adding, Dell items to TSRC or maybe RGH items to TSRC. Some of those situations, unfortunately, aren't always avoidable, but definitely need to address that. So if you're looking to make a new cart, then we need to click this new purchase requisition. In the case that you have a couple of items that you don't need anymore on your order, you can delete them here. So all of these trash can buttons will remove items. If you need to increase the quantity of items that you have, you can do that as well from this screen. So we'll make that 32. As soon as you click checkout, it'll move all those items into a requisition for you. And then you can also, if you're in the requisition and you need to get rid of an item, you can also click the trash can here to get rid of an item. So there's a couple of different places where you can modify the items, but to get back into a Punchout catalog, you actually have to be in this shop screen. That is pretty much all of the significant changes with this new Punchout catalog functionality. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the meeting chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask. I'm going to go over this one or two more times just for everyone to get a chance to listen if they missed anything. But feel free to interrupt me with questions if need be. So I'm going to actually just delete these two shopping carts and we'll start back over. So this, if we didn't want this requisition anymore, we can actually delete the requisition at the top. And we'll see that it gave us a brand new one. I'm going to delete this stall requisition as well, just so we can start over fresh. So since I have new purchase requisition selected, I can find a new Punchout catalog that we want to use. So instead of using TSRC this time, we'll use RGH. And we'll select our RGH JMU Punchout catalog. And as you're watching this, if you think you've got it and you're good to go with this information, you can feel free to leave. We'll be posting a video of this session, so you can reference it afterwards. We also have the guide updated, so immediately after this meeting ends, I'm actually going to send out an email with all this information and with links to the guide and to the video. So don't feel like you need to stay around, but if you want to get a couple more examples, and I'll definitely be happy to keep going. So I'm going to add a couple of items from TSRC or from RGH. Sorry. So we'll add that in. Some sticky notes and some whiteout tape. So I'll click review and check out, and I will submit the order. And again, this is where the big change is. Instead of pushing us into the requisition screen like eVA used to, now it takes us to this Punchout catalog screen again. To find the cart that we just submitted, we need to open up the shopping cart button, and we need to select the most recent requisition. So that's this. Now we have our RGH products. If we were ready to submit this order, again, all I would do is click this checkout button. So as soon as I click checkout, it's going to pop us into our requisition screen. And here we can fill out all of the information that we need to get the order submitted. If we need to add more items to our cart, we could click back into this RGH JMU catalog. And we'll go ahead and pick on Dana again. Dana said that she needed a TV from RGH. Let's see if they have anything. Perfect. We will add in a brand new TV for procurement. And we'll click review and check out and submit order. So now once we open up our shopping cart, again, you can see we have the TV we just added, and then 3 items that we previously added to our cart. Again, if Dana decided that she didn't need to spend $500 on a TV, we can delete that item, and then we can just proceed with the 3 that we have. Kelly, that is actually a great question. We can test that out because we have not had a chance to get this working correctly. Yeah, so it doesn't take you directly back to the Punchout catalog. It just takes you back to the shop screen, and then you can select the catalog again. So that is a great question. If you want to use that button, it certainly seems like it works, but not exactly how you thought it might, maybe. Again, if we wanted to come back to this RGH requisition later, we can click on this pencil button and just make sure we name it RGH and click the check mark. And there we have our RGH order from 7/26. We can click back to our TSRC order that we started yesterday. If we wanted to add on more items to this TSRC order, we need to actually pull up the TSRC catalog. And then we'd go into it and add the items that we need to add. If there are any questions about those changes, please let me know. It doesn't look like we have anyone additional that's joined since we've started. So I will stop going over the same couple of examples, but I'd be happy to jump into more specific cases if need be. And I'll hang around here a little bit if you guys want to ask questions, but don't want to have other people listening, that's fine too. I'll stay here. If not, then I'll stop sharing my screen and we'll end the meeting.